Hi, Tony. I thought I would just record a video for you, just going over feedback from the competitive set selections and the comparable hotel selections. Here I have each team's competitive set, and then over here are their comparable hotel selections. And the blue are indicated showing that I can submit these, that I believe they meet the requirements, whereas the red will need some revision. So let's start over here with Team 1 under competitive sets. So these groupings of competitive set hotels just really don't make any sense. So they're building an upscale property, and all of the suggested properties, with the exception of this Residence Inn, are luxury or upper upscale. So there are plenty of upscale properties to choose from, and they should really prioritize looking at those that are most similar to a courtyard. So for instance, I've selected these over here. They're all within a 2-mile radius. We've got another courtyard, Residence Inn, a Hyatt Place, a Hilton Garden Inn, and a Spring Hill Suites, which are all very similar from a product standpoint. So I would just give them the feedback that they need to revise their competitive set and resubmit it. Make sure that they're looking for properties that are participating, and to review those 4 Ps as necessary from the CHIA certification. Okay, their comparable properties looked good. For Team 2, all of their comparable hotels and competitive set reported, which is great. They did a good job. They listed basically all of the hotels here that participated in the comparable, from the comparable hotels participation report. I would suggest eliminating these Hyatt Places, since they really are not like a St. Regis from a product standpoint. All of these other properties are luxury and I think are a good fit, so I would just recommend eliminating these. Now it might be that Smith Travel might come back and say this, you have to have at least 4 properties or something like that, but I'll go ahead and submit it with just these 3 properties, and if they have to, then we'll include one of these. All right, next up is Team 3. Their competitive set looks good. There's some nice alternative properties in here. That looks great. Over here, though, none of these properties actually participate. And for this hotel, it might be that they just don't have access to comparable hotel data, because I looked at the report and there just weren't any good options. Everything in there was full service, and when I actually already had the Salt Lake City Ogden market, and I was only able to find 2 limited service hotel brands, 2 courtyards, and so that won't meet the sufficiency requirements. We might be able to look outside of Utah, include like Nevada and Colorado, to bolster these numbers, but you might suggest that they just go ahead and complete the project and just estimate the values. Okay, and then last here we have Team 4, and Team 4 is the St. Regis in Arizona, and they have a nice competitive set here. All these hotels participate, everything looks great, but then over here it looks like whoever completed this request probably didn't have the report they needed to complete it. A lot of the names were different, some of the room counts didn't line up, and most of the class information didn't line up, and they didn't have any of these property numbers. Then when I went in and checked them, the only one that reported was the Tribute Portfolio Hotel here. So they need to submit a new competitive set using that report. I would suggest, as you're going through this in the future, just kind of check and make sure first that every property reports that there's a Y under the monthly reporting column. They don't necessarily need segmentation, but they do need the monthly star report data. And then also that they're listed on that report for the host profitability participation report, and that there is a dot in the most recent column, so that would have been 2022. Hope this has been helpful. I will go ahead and submit requests for these properties here, or for these reports here, but for this Courtyard Charleston, they're going to need to revise this competitive set, and then for this comparable set, comparable hotels out of Arizona, they will need to revise this as well. And there were lots of great options in Arizona, so they could have put together this pretty easily if they were looking at the right report. For this, I'll request additional data for Colorado and maybe Nevada. We'll just see what they come back and say. I would tell them to go ahead and move on and just guess on some of the parameters there. Hope this has been helpful. Have a nice day.